Well, good morning and welcome back to Cityline. With me on the comfy couch are two amazing individuals who are here to talk about the South Sound Sustainability Expo for 2025. So please join me in welcoming Leo Michelson, Communications and Marketing Analyst Senior. Do you have little bars on your arm?
You know, we should.
You
That
should.
sounds like a good marketing.
I think you should for the city of Tacoma. It's rare that I get you on the couch. Usually, all of the brilliance that you do for the city is off the air, making things happen. So I'm so glad to have you here.
So glad to be back, Amanda.
This amazing woman that you brought with you, Teruko Nimura, your name means radiant one. And I'm making you own it, aren't I?
Yes.
Well, look, okay, so look at this face. It's incredible. You are here to talk about Upstream together with artists and residents for environmental services. Welcome to Cityline.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so let's get on to this because we only have X amount of time. Leah, this expo brings together dozens, I mean, we're talking dozens of local organizations, businesses, city initiatives. What's new or different for this year's expo compared to previous years?
Sure, the Expo is coming back for its 17th year. We're really proud this year to have over 70 vendors participating, which is climbing. Every year it feels like we have more and more. And this year we're really focusing on community creativity and trying to emphasize that sustainability is more about it can be more than just science and policy related issues. It can be more about creativity and inspiration and community culture, and really trying to hone in on the idea that while so many people are focused on these large scale, complex global issues,
mind-boggling issues.
Yeah. We want to really emphasize that there is localized actions that Tacomans can take right here in the South Sound. So that's what the Expo is all about.
I was driving around, as I always do, in my city, and I call it my city, and saw the Safe Street signs up, and I mean, that kind of connectiveness warms my heart, because the bigger and more successful cities get, sometimes they lose that. And I see both of you nodding your heads. So it is a family-friendly event. And I want to thank you for that, because there are some activities designed to engage kids and younger audiences in sustainability education. How do you even begin to explain that to a child who cannot think beyond bedtime?
I mean, as the parent of two little ones myself,
thank you. That's why I'm asking.
I totally get it. It's hard. It's a complex topic but these kids are the next generation. The issues that we're dealing with today are going to be impacting generations for decades to come. So the decisions that we make are really important. And it's really important to involve the kids in those decisions and those conversations. So you'll hear from Teruko in a moment. She's got a really fun kids activity planned as part of her art display. But we also have the kids scavenger hunt coming back. Our vendors are prepared to talk to kids, to have kid-friendly, kid-focused questions and activities and elements in their displays. We're going to have a kids corner hosted in the middle of the Prairie Line Trail. But first and foremost, we're just really emphasizing to vendors that kids are going to be here, families are going to be here. Be prepared to talk about what kids can do, no matter how old or young.
Thank you.
To help further sustainability in our region.
And I love that you said talk about as opposed to talk down to.
Of
You
course.
would never say that. But let me tell you something. Those little whippersnappers, they can teach me how to recycle. I mean, these kids are on it. So let's talk about the Konobori display and some of the community members that will be displaying at the South Sound Expo. Share with us what the installation will look like.
I'm so excited. So the installation is inspired by the Children's Day Festival of Japan.
Okay.
And it basically celebrates the health and well-being of children by flying these carp streamers that are supposed to represent courage and resilience.
Yes.
And so each carp represents a child, typically in Japan. So I'm going to be, I have been making hundreds of these.
Which are these next to you? Go ahead. Yeah, grab that.
Out of
That's my favorite, is the rice one.
out of bags that we're gonna head toward the landfill. They're the reusable totes, and I'm just gonna be hundreds of them, and they'll be arranged in a basically a corridor for people to be able to walk through and under. And the idea is to like really get people to feel that collective energy
Yeah.
of these sort of fluttering, flying fish. This was at the I'm sorry, at the
Ground to Sound
Ground to
Film
Sound
Festival.
Film Festival. That was a precursor to this
Oh, look
installation.
how beautiful
So they'll
they
be
are.
fluttering, and I want people to like enter that and to feel that yes, we have to tackle this problem together, and that collective effort is required for to solve our problems with the environment.
You truly are the radiant one. And I cannot believe we are at a 2-minute mark here. So, Leah, let's talk about what kind of role does art play in this? Because you don't always think about art when it comes to sustainability.
Well, I mean, like I touched on earlier, it's art can inspire emotion and it can spark conversations. And so often when we talk about sustainability and climate issues in the environment, we think policy and science and hard sciences, but art can have the exact same impact, if not more of an impact, on sparking inspiration and driving change, especially at that local level.
You have, Taruko, you have been working, we're going to show this footage that our Mark McKittrick beautifully curated with you working on a spider web.
Yes.
Tell us about this.
The spider web was made out of onion bags and produce netting that was I collected from the public, and it will be launched in the fall. It'll be about 35 feet, and it'll be hanging on the recycling center.
Look at your hand.
So it was all about kind of talking about the web that we're all sort of entangled in.
There we go.
That the problems are, that we are going to be affected by one another, and everything ripples out. And so we're connected. We're interconnected in both our problem, but also in our solution.
And these are, I mean, I'm watching this for like the third time now. These are garbage bags.
Yes.
These are things that we find in the garbage on the floor,
Yes.
litter. Wow, this is, what do you eat? How do you get so creative to do this? Well, let me tell you something. I love the fact that you are weaving a web. Look at the smile on your face. Because there is nothing stronger than a spider's web. Talk about sustainability. That's it right there. Okay.
Nature's artists, really.
Absolutely. So, let's remind people of the dates again, Leah.
Saturday, April 26th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on the University of Washington Tacoma campus and in Tollefson Plaza.
There it is. Thank you both so much for being here today. And you, save me one of these because I'm going to Venmo you some money.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Yes,
All right.
wonderful.
When we come back, Pet of the Week will be in our studio via a video. You don't want to miss that. We'll be right back.